Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to Global Online University channel. Here we are with our UGC NTA NET Paper 1 preparation, and the topic for today is research aptitude. Now we are here to announce you that Global Online University will be conducting revision lectures as well as MCQ pattern of questions, and which will be telecasted daily for paper 1 at 8 a.m. in the morning and at 8 p.m. in the evening, and this pattern again will go on till examination. Now every one of you are aware that your exams have been postponed. There is no new schedule for examination, but at the same time we have to keep our preparation on, and we have to ensure that whatever time we have got, this extra time, that should be utilized in the best possible manner. So all those students who are watching this video, please make a note that every day on the channel you will be having revision lectures, either in the form of theoretical concepts as well as in the form of MCQ pattern, and it will be telecasted every day in morning 8 a.m. as well as 8 p.m. in the evening, and this pattern again will go on till examination. Apart from this, we have came up with a complete course for paper 1, which consists of 60 full syllabus tests, full syllabus notes, as well as video lectures. And this all you can avail by downloading an application that is Global Online University. At the same time, we have a paid WhatsApp group. The contact details are reflecting on the screen, for which the fees is 999. From the 12th of April 2021, we have started with our new WhatsApp group, our new WhatsApp batch, you can say. So, all those students who are interested to get themselves enrolled can get in touch with the given number for the further details. So, yes, let's start for the day. Now, today, as I said, we are going to go for a revision lecture. First, quickly, let's have a look at the syllabus for research aptitude. In this lecture, I have already given certain videos on research aptitude, but those videos were with an intention that your exam is coming nearby and it focused only on MCQ. But now, quickly, I will take you to all the topics in a small span of time, and ensure that you're revising the topics, and then we will go with MCQs immediately once our topic is over. So you have the syllabus of research aptitude in front of you. It consists of research as a topic, where it is we have meanings, types, characteristics, uh, positivism and post positivism approach to research. Very very important topic this is. Methods of research, again a very next important topic, where you can expect surely one question out of it. Experimental, descriptive, historical, qualitative, as well as quantitative methods. Next we have a steps of research which you have to undergo. Next, we have thesis and article writing, that is formats and styles of referencing, very important. One question is expected, and in last 3 to 4 examinations, it has been seen that there is definitely one question on this. Then we have application of ITC in research, and at end we have research ethics. Though the topic of ethics is very small, but one question definitely comes out of this. So all questions which are all the topics which I have star marked, I mean to say, you definitely get one question out of this. And students who are planning to go for their doctorate, this topic is very very important. So quickly we will go through the topic, and once the topic gets over, we will go with our MCQ pattern. So let's start with the topic for the day. So basically, what is research? It's a process, okay, where through which an individual, that is a person or a researcher who does a research, helps to search, or you can use the word as research, okay, that is searching again the definite or useful information from the number of respondents, okay, the one who responds to your research, to evaluate or to solve the problem related question. Now please read this definition very carefully. There are many questions expected out of this. So research is basically, it's research. It means searching again, okay, in the form of what? In the form of process. where the useful information we get from the respondents, the one who fill up your research questionnaires or the research data, and they are the one who helps you to solve your problems. You need to formulate an hypothesis, you need to collect the data, need to analysis the data, and then comes your final conclusion, recommendations and suggestions, and that's how you look at the problem. So it is very very important, there is an important relation between this two. Then, in fact, research is an art of scientific investigation. Yes, it's an art. Every one of us can't do it the way we want it. It has a skills, it has skill set. It has to be done in a very systematic way. It's written very clearly. In other words, some people say that research is a systemized effort, okay, which requires certain steps to be followed in order to gain knowledge, and it is a process of collecting, evaluating and interpreting information to answer the question. So in order to solve the problem, you have to first do the collection of data, then you have to do an analysis of data, and then you have to interpret the data, and that's how you come to the solution of the problem. So basically research is nothing but a problem sorry research is nothing but a solution to the problem, but for that solution, on in order to achieve that solution, we have to go through number of steps, and that's the reason it is called as what it is called as process. Then, if we come to the characteristics of research, it attempts to solve a research problem. So basically, uh, what does the research does? Research basically focuses on problem. It involves gathering of primary or first-hand resources. See, the reason I have written this, you can get question in any form, or using existing data, we can come to a new discovery. It is based on observable experiences or empirical evidences, which are real life, which are logical, which are systematic. It demands accurate observation and description. See, unless and until you do not have this accurate observation, it will not help you to reach to a proper conclusion. So it's very important that you have an accurate observation for this. It employs carefully designed procedure. Just now we studied it's a steps, it's a process, okay, and it has a rigorous analysis, that is study which is in detail. You can't do the study in upper format. You have to go in depth and study the problem. At the same time, it attempts to have an unbiased solution to the problem, and takes great pains to validate the methods which are employed. That is called as nothing but it is called as research methods. It is a deliberate and unhurried activity. See, it is not done hastily. You have seen people doing research for years and years, so it has to be very 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 accurate, and that's the reason people do not hurry with this. And that's the reason it provides direction, and often it refines the problem or questions as the research progresses. So these all the words which I have written in bold, you may get any of the statement out of this. So along with the lecture, please, I request every one of you, those who are watching the video, ensure that you're preparing some running notes for your reference, which will help you to solve the MCQ pattern of questions very easily. Okay. So these are the characteristics of research. So you may get a question on characteristics of research where you will get four options, out of which three will be right, one will be odd man out, or you will get a different style of questions, and you have to find the question related to the topic. So ensure that you're reading, you're pausing the video, and you're just going through the objectives very clearly, so that you understand each and every point, sorry, characteristics very clearly, so that you understand each and every point properly. Next is objectives of research. Now, see why we do research, or why it is important to go for a research. To gain familiarity with the phenomena, that is a process, or to achieve new insights, it means it's a new discovery. You will have this question, okay, instead of using the word insights, they have used the word as discovery. So basically, it is what exploratory or formulative research studies to describe accurately the characteristics of a particular individual, or a situation or a group. So it describes as descriptive research. When you are describing something, so you call it as what you call it as a descriptive research. When you get some new knowledge, it is known as exploratory research. See, explore, you have found out something, so you have explored, so you can say you have discovered. Okay. Then, to determine the frequency with which something occurs, or with which it is associated with something else, it means it's diagnostic. I mean to say, where you find some relation and then you try to find out the problem. So it is called as what? Diagnostic research, where you study this and you try to bring up the remedies. To test hypothesis of a causal relationship between variables. Such studies are known as hypothesis testing research. So when there is a relationship between the variables. So objectives of a research is to explore, is to describe, is to diagnose, and is to find out the hypothesis testing research. So these are the objectives of research. Coming to the next point, now research steps. So I'm just going to quickly get this topic. Actually, we have to do types of research, but that I will be taking in the next lecture. Right now, we'll be focusing on what? On the types of research. Sorry, the stages which are involved in research process. So first of all, the basic step starts with identifying a problem. Next, you have to review the literature. So definitely there are some earlier researchers who have studied on this problem, or maybe you require a certain information which is related. So in that case, you have to review the literature which is done in the past. You have to set research questions. What exactly you want to prove, that you have to put down with the help of objectives and hypothesis, which is very very important. Okay. Choosing the study design, what type of research tool you're going to use, what will be your sampling size. So these all things comes under the research design. Then you have to decide your sample design. Accordingly, you have to start collecting the data. You have to start analyzing the data, that is processing the data. Either you can tell it as sorting the data and then study it in detail. It's called as analyzing. And last comes your interpretation in the form of report, where you interpret your research results with the help of report writing. And there where your steps of research gets completed. So it basically starts with problem and it ends up with an interpretation in the form of report. So these are the stages of research. Okay. So in the next lecture, in the coming lecture, we'll be doing with the types of research. See, I am ensuring that in a short span of time, I can complete all the topics so that you can get the gist exactly what you are studying for your UGC NTA NET examination. And based on that, you can attempt your questions. So that's all for the day, everyone. Thank you. Tomorrow at the same time, you'll be having the same video linked. That is, we will be taking a fresh topic with related to research aptitude. So keep watching, keep practicing your topics, and ensure that you're doing or you're preparing yourself best for the coming examination, where you have got an advantage of time. So subscribe to the channel, keep watching the videos, and ensure that you never stop your learning. Thank you, everyone.